BackstageAxxess.com. We are here in Cleveland at the House of Blues, getting ready for the first show of the All-American Nightmare Tour with Hinder, and the guys from Oklahoma City are here with us, the whole band, and we're going to go around the horn and have everybody introduce themselves, because if you didn't know who they are, they're going to introduce themselves and let you know who they are.
What's up? I'm Cody. I play drums.
I'm Blower. I play guitar.
I'm Mark, the other guitarist.
I'm Austin. I sing.
I'm Mike. I play the bass.
These guys, the All-American Nightmare album, which is right here. If you don't know what it is, December 7th, you will know what it is. It's going to be coming out, so make sure you guys put your hands on it and grab a copy. And the first question I have for you guys, actually this is more towards Austin, is now that you're married, your lyrical content, is it changing at all, or are we still singing about, you know, the good old sex, drugs, rock and roll type thing?
The lyrical content never changes because, you know, you can always reflect and talk about things that have already happened in the past and stuff like that. So, I mean, you know, we're still writing about things that still happen to us. So.
First two albums were produced by Brian Howes, and this album you got Kevin Churko, who's obviously worked with everybody under the sun from Ozzy to In This Moment. Why the switch? Because Brian Howes seemed to be like the sixth member of you guys, the sixth band member. So why the switch?
You know, I think we knew we needed to do something completely different on this one. And you know, things change and people change as time goes on. And I don't know. I think we just kind of grew apart musically, maybe, and you know, just needed to switch things up. So you know, we had several meetings and calls with several different producers, and Kevin just seemed to get it and kind of knew what we were going for right away. So.
The results of the album, I haven't heard it, but we all heard obviously the title track. Are you guys happy with the finished product? Is this kind of like exactly what you're looking for? Did you have to go over it a couple times before you got it, or is it kind of like the first thing is like, this is it, this is what we want, this is exactly what we want?
Yeah, this is definitely exactly what we want. This album's been a long process. It's been demoing for the last like 2 years on it. So yeah, after, you know, going through everything like that, it's definitely what we wanted to do.
Take It to the Limit was more based on an influence of 80s rock. This album, what would you say more is it based on?
I'd say more of it's kind of got a darker edge to it. It's not as happy and party. You know, we have the really heavy songs, probably the heaviest that we've written of all the 3 albums, and then we also have our ballads too. But it's just kind of a darker side of us, I guess you could say.
So a little bit more, obviously, of a different. Was that something that Kevin wanted to do and take you guys in, say, in a different direction?
I think it's something that we're, you know, generally going for collectively as a whole band. Is there something that we needed to, you know, change and get a little heavier and do a little more what we wanted. So.
So is this something you think the fans are definitely going to like take to, or is this something you have to get used to?
I certainly hope they take to it. Yeah, I think we're all just pissed off that our second album didn't sell. That's why it's so dark. I'm totally joking on that. But no, I think so far the reaction live, everything's going over really well, and I'm very stoked about it. I can't wait till it to be in people's hands and hear the reaction.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, like I said, I don't have the copy. Even the guys don't have a copy. But this, in case you didn't know what the album looked like, this is what it looks like. You definitely want to pick up a copy. Is there any pressure, and you were mentioning about, you know, the album not selling as well as your first one. Is there any pressure that you guys feel that you have to live up to the first album?
Not really. I mean, you know, all we can do is write the songs that we write and, you know, do the best that we can do, I guess. And I think, you know, we worked really hard on this one, as Blower said. You know, we, you know, wrote 75 songs for the record, recorded 50. You know, we did everything in our power that we could do this time around, so, you know, hopefully people dig it.
Where was the CD recorded?
Recorded in Oklahoma. It was great to be able to work and stay at home and everything like that. It was definitely a good vibe being at home and everything like that, so we were very excited to get to do it at home.
Kevin came in Oklahoma and did it at Oklahoma with you guys?
Yep. Yeah, we did all the music in Oklahoma at our studio, and then did vocals in Vegas at Kevin's studio.
Now you have a studio, is that correct?
Yeah, the 4 of us went in and put one underneath my house, so it's pretty awesome. Yeah.
So party at Cody's, you know, after the sessions are done, right, and go back to Oklahoma. What type of promotions are you guys going to be doing for this release?
Everything under the sun. I mean, we want to get the album out there, so, you know, interviews, meet with the fans, listening parties, contests, you know, basically anything and everything we can come up with, we're going to do to push this album because we want people to buy it and enjoy it like we do. So whatever we can come up with is going to happen. So
Tweeting.
doing that.
Girls have
Yes.
There's a video for All American Nightmare Case. I don't know if anybody's seen it, but the band is not in it, and I really have to ask: was that something that the band was happy with after probably the video director said, "Listen, we don't want the band in it," because that's kind of like you guys want to be in it to show who the band is. So that's kind of a different type of direction, you know?
Yeah, we kind of wanted to do something different, you know, and kind of make the focus be about the song. You know what I mean? We kind of felt like the focus kind of went away from the music on the last album and was more about like our image or whatever. And so yeah, I think it turned out great. It's really cool. I mean, you know, Jessie, the chick in the video, did a great job. She's awesome. She's hot. So I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah, I was gonna say
She's a lot better to look at than this. Yeah.
You guys are known for your debauchery, on stage, off stage, and reading interviews. You guys are like saying that this album's gonna be more mature. It's more about the music, like you just said. Is that true, Blower? Because we know what you're all about, right?
I don't know. It's the first show of the tour, so we'll just have to see what goes on in the next 5 weeks, I guess.
I think it's just the music that's gotten more mature after being out on the road.
We're going in the opposite direction as people.
You guys still, like you talk about Oklahoma City, so I'm taking all you guys still live at home in Oklahoma then, right?
The four of us do.
Yeah. I live in California now. Yeah, I'm that guy.
So you flew in for the sessions, I take it then?
Yeah, well, I flew in for the sessions, and like I said, we did the vocals in Vegas, so it was like it was closer to home for me too. So.
So, Mike, I heard this story about these tattoos and, you know, trying to do your band members and it didn't work out. Tell us a story about that.
Now, Blower was going to get Mount Buttmore on his ass and have all four of our faces on his ass in the shape of Mount Rushmore.
It still can't happen. I think this tear is going to.
Yeah, I gave him a stupid tattoo. I took up tattooing, and he was my first victim, and I gave him, which it turned out pretty good, I thought. We get stupid every once in a while and do something permanent to our bodies, which we probably shouldn't, but whatever.
Do you have any proof, Mike, that it's something permanent?
I got a butthole tattooed on my wrist. That was a good decision, and I've done it twice now.
Good.
And it looks so
Still
good.
haven't taken care of it. Look like she's on her period.
Yeah, she is. She's gushing. She's gushing a little bit.
Everybody, why it looks so bad.
Oh, well, I was obviously hammered when I did it, and I had the bright idea. We went and got sushi, and I decided to rub a handful of wasabi on the fresh tattoo, and then get the spicy red sauce, rub that on there. And then to wash all of that off, I let Cody piss on my arm to sterilize it. So that's probably why it looks as good as it does.
That's a wonderful piece of art. So remember, he does tattoos.
Yeah.
If you want to call him, he's available.
Does that answer your question about us maturing at all?
Yeah, exactly.
That was last week.
And wrapping up here, these guys are, like I said, they're getting ready for their first show in Cleveland at the House of Blues. They're going to be doing a 5-week city tour with My Darkest Days and Default, correct?
Yep.
Bands? Okay. What can the fans expect going past this tour and into 2011?
We're going to start about mid to late January and put together a winter, spring kind of tour. We're not real sure about the package yet. It's not finalized or whatever, but it's going to be a kick-ass package, lots of good rock and roll. So we'll tour for the rest of the year.
No, he said it all.
That's pretty much it, man.
Touring it up, man.
True.
Check these guys out on the road in 2010. Like I said, we got about 5 weeks worth of dates with My Darkest Days and Default. And check these guys out in 2011. And you want to mention the other bands possibly, or is it still a thing in the works?
It's pretty much he might know.
Yeah, well, right now, coming up, I guess Saving Abel jumps on the package. Coming up, in Dallas, so in 2 weeks. And we're looking at possibly putting the package back together with them and a couple other bands starting up in January.
Check out the All-American Nightmare. It's going to be in stores December 7th, and we appreciate Hinder taking the time to talk to us. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. BackstageAxxess.com. Check it out.